Okay, so this video is if you are done with your outline and you are ready to move on to draft one. One of the things I would like for you to do before moving on to draft one is editing your outline, which I know sounds a little bit weird. But basically, what you're doing is trying to make your draft one easier for you to look at later and easier for you to edit later. So you're just literally going to go through these list of things to do and do them actually on your outline document. So the first one here is making sure all your fonts are the same size and style. So a lot of times when you're copying and pasting citations and evidence from different sources, it'll be a different size font or a different style. So just hit Control A on your outline and then come up here and pick the same style, font, and size number. And that way, when you copy and paste over onto draft one, you're done with that and you don't have to worry about doing it again. Make sure the novel is italicized. I noticed this in your guys' novel tests that some of you are like, wait, what am I supposed to do? I had some of you guys underlining and putting it in quotation marks. I think one or two of you may be new to italicize it, but novels are always just italicized, not underlined, no quotation marks. So literally you can go into your outline, Control F, type in The Hunger Games. And whenever you're referring to the title of the novel, it should be italicized. If you're referring to the games in the novel, like the fact that the games are called The Hunger Games, don't italicize that. That's the name of the games, not the name of the book. So be careful there. If you are referencing the novel and you use the word book instead of novel, you always want to use the word novel. So that one's easy. Just do Control F and look for the word book and see if you used it. And if you didn't, move on. And if you did, switch it to novel. Make sure that the author verbs are in present tense. So you want Collins writes, not Collins wrote. You want the text states. Let me put that one here. Text states, not the text stated. You want all of these verbs in present tense. So that means going to your evidence sentences and checking to make sure. So here it's Collins describes, not Collins described. So making sure those evidence sentences are using present tense verbs and not past tense. Check to see that you vary your transitions. So like to begin, another example also. And if you're not sure about varying transitions, there's a hyperlink here that you can use. Bunch of different transitional words and phrases. So you can Control F these and see if you use the same ones over and over again. And if you do, switch them out for some of the transitions on this document. Make sure that you have context before your citations. So introducing the cite before giving the cite. So I give you an example here of wrong. Another quote from Animal Farm I found on page 9, it says, so not only does that sound a little bit awkward, it's not introducing the citation in any way. You're not telling me what the site is about to be about. So I changed it here. Another quote from Animal Farm introduces the problem the animals are experiencing on the farm under the rule of Mr. Jones when Orwell writes. So here I've got a better introduction to that evidence. And then there's obviously some punctuation things in the wrong one as well. Analysis, check. Do you have at least 2 sentences of analysis for each piece of evidence that you give? Highlight that one. And here's some examples of like sentence frames that you can use for that. And then any unnecessary repetition. Do you use the shows, the shows, the shows, the shows, the shows over and over again? How can you vary that as well? Use the taped down information sources on your desk that give you varying ways of using this shows, this explains, this means, this indicates. Those are there for you for a reason, so you guys can check those. All right. Any questions? Let me know.